If you are planning to apply to US very soon, there's a major update you need to understand. This update came on the 8th of July 2025. It's still basically new. Breaking news, the US government has just made a significant change on how visas are being issued to Nigerian citizens. This happened on the 8th of July 2025. Just in case you are planning to apply for a US visa very soon, or you are planning to visit the United States, now this is how it affects you. Almost effective immediately. If you are planning to apply for a US visa, the US government has reduced the validity that they'll be issuing to Nigerian citizens going forward. Now, why is this happening? This update is going to affect non-immigrant visas, majorly for business, for visit, and for tourists. So which means if you're applying for B1, B2, this is going to affect you. Starting from 8th of July 2025, the US will only be issuing a 3-month visas for Nigerian citizens. And guess what? It's just going to be a single entry visa. Yes, you heard that right. Single entry 3-month visas from the 5 years multiple entry visa. And if you visit and you step out of the United States, you'll be needing to apply for another visa to be able to visit the United States. It is based on the US policy, which states that they're going to treat you the exact same way you're treating us. US believe in reciprocity, so which means if they're giving you a 5 years visa, they expect you to also give them the same gesture by giving them also a 5 years visa. But what has been happening is the fact that the US issues a 5 years multiple entry visa. However, Nigeria, on the other end, only issues a maximum validity of 3-month visa. So it doesn't make sense if a country is issuing you a 5 years multiple entry for your citizen, and on the other end, and you're only giving them 3-month visa in return. This is why the United States is doing this. So it's not for any other reason. It's just based on respect, mutual respect, and reciprocity. So which means if you're giving you a 5 years visa, multiple entry, we expect you to extend the same gesture back to us. So this is why this is happening. So going forward, what are the things I feel is going to be happening very soon? The Nigerian counterpart will have to come to the table and look for ways to actually come to a middle ground, whereby probably will increase the validity of visas issued to US citizens. That way, the US will return it back to the 5 years visa. And if you have an appointment coming up soon, they're going to give you a 3-month visa. So if you can extend, you can push your interview forward, pending the time where they might make some major changes. If you can reschedule it, I would advise you to do that, because what that means is, except maybe you have something important to do in the United States. So if you don't have something important, you might just push it forward a little bit, so that wait and see what response the Nigerian counterpart are going to give before going for interview. Second thing is this: there's going to be much more scarcity of interview dates, because unlike before, whereby you have to wait for 5 years to need a date. What that means is this: you'll be needing a date every 3 months. And also the visa fee is already on the high side. It's already about almost 300,000. So it will make sense if you are paying if you are planning to visit the US 3 times in a year, automatically you'll be paying almost 900,000 for a US visa. I believe the Nigerian government is going to come back to the table and make some changes going forward. Also, if you have future plans to visit the United States, if it is very urgent and you are planning to apply now, you can just apply immediately. And if it's not urgent, just try to reschedule and make sure you plan well. Unlike before, whereby you might be planning to visit in August and all of a sudden something changes, you want to visit in December. But now, flexibility is no longer there, because if you're issued a 3-month visa, what that means is this: if you don't travel within that 3 months, the money is gone, the visa is gone, you have to apply for another visa. And guess what? There's no appointment. Everything is kind of messed up right now. So, which means now you have to plan proper. If you don't need it right now, don't apply. So just wait till when the Nigerian government is going to, do like a reciprocal gesture. So what's going to happen going forward? I believe the Nigerian counterpart is going to come to a table and, have some form of discussion and have a way of extending visas for United States citizens. So with this latest update, what do you think generally? So every other thing remains the same. The visa fee is still $185, which is approximately 294,000 right now. It might go up or might also come down. That doesn't change. It is still the same cost. Every other process is still the same. The only thing the other major change is the fact that now you have to, they're not doing more of social media vetting. I made a video on that, on how to basically set up your profile in such a way that it is not going to affect your application, and how to clear your profile. Basically, if you have not seen that, go and watch that. So this is why I'm making this video. Thanks for watching. If you find this video useful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to follow me for more. See you next time. Bye.